Good morning friends. Hi, I am Ria and this is my first video on YouTube. In this video, I would going to tell you that how to present an answer. Basically, there are 7 rules to present an answer. The first rule is the length of an answer should be as per the marks allotted to the question. Basically, there are 3 types of question in an question paper. Some are very short questions, some are short questions and some are long questions. In case of short questions or 1 to 2 marks, the length of your answer should be up to 4 lines. In case of short questions, the length of your answer should be up to a maximum of 1 page. And in case of lengthy questions of 6 to 8 marks, the length of your answer should be more than a 1 page and it should be up to a 2.5 pages. It should be in a points or in a small paragraphs. What I mean to say that the answer of your question should not be so lengthy so that it would not be difficult for the examiner to read your lengthy question answers. So be sure that you must write your presentation or you must write your answer should be in points or in a small paragraphs. Keyword should be highlighted. One thing secretly I tell you friends, the examiner doesn't have the lengthy answers to see and then check your answer sheet. They just have the keywords to be seen over there in your answer. So make sure that you should highlight the important points or important words over there with the help of pencil or a black pen. Please guys, don't use red pen or a black pen because it would be prohibited in your exams. In case of lengthy questions, the answer shall be divided into 3 parts. One is introduction, second is explanation, and third is conclusion. In introduction, you should write what the basically question is asking you. For example, if they ask something related to a business, then in introduction you should write what is a business and what are the types of business. Right, there are some are profit making businesses and some are non-profit making businesses. And in explanation, I will tell you that how you can explain more effectively in your answer sheet in the next rule. And in case of conclusion, you should write at least 1 or 2 lines to tell exactly what the question is asking about. That's all. Try to explain the answer in various forms to be more attractive. For example, you can use diagrams, flowcharts or graphs, right? Basically, everybody try to be user diagram because diagrams are the most effective way to present an answer. And one thing tell you that you should draw the diagram on the left hand side and explain the diagram on the right hand side. Please friends, see my hand movement. You should draw the diagram on the left hand side and explain the diagram on the right hand side. Or you can do that, you can draw the diagram on the above and explain the diagram on the below. Please see my hand movements, diagram on the above and explanation below. Okay friends, hope you get it this point. In case of questions related to what are the types of something else, right, you can use a flow charts, right? For example, there are 2 or more types of businesses, right? Write over business and then make a 1 single line, and then below the 2 lines you can use that profit making business and non-profit making business, and further explain that 2 things over below, right? You can use like this and they are somewhere like this, right? These are the types of flow charts, so you can use that also. And in case you have some statistic knowledge, then you can use graphs as well friends, like pie chart, graph, other flow charts, pie charts, circles like this. Friends, you should ensure that handwriting should be clear enough so that it would not be difficult for the examiner to read. Guys, I'm not telling you should throw some pearls or stones over your handwriting. At least you should write your answer with the help of time management, that so that it would be clear enough so that examiner could read out your answers or words very clearly, or somehow so that it can give you a marks, right? He or she could not be getting irritated. That's it in this rule. The last rule and the most important rule here, that the conclusion part over there, it says that in case of long questions, you should start your next answer on the different page, right? If I am talking about that 6 to 8 marks questions, it would be very difficult for everyone to score full marks over the questions, right? So after completing your long answer, you should start your next answer over the next page, and in case if some space left over the page, then you should show the direction like this and write over there next answer or something like P2. I think everybody heard about the P2, right? Please turn over. You can use that keywords or abbreviation so that the examiner could know that your answer is completed over there and you are starting your next answer over the next page. Okay friends, it would be very impressive for the examiner to see all these movements, right? To see all that diagrams, small directions that you have given to your examiner. That's all friends. Hope you like this video. Please like my video and subscribe my channel for further videos. Whether I am a commerce student, so I would like to help every commerce student to in theory subjects, especially business and economics. And in the next video I will going to tell you that what are the economics and how to read economics and what are there in these chapters of class 12. So please subscribe my channel once again, and thank you so much.